Good morning. It is Tuesday, September 19th, 2023, and I am very excited to welcome you to another WiLS Taco Tuesday. We have three presenters joining us today from three of our vendor partners. So I want to make sure everybody has ample time to present. So I'm going to keep my intro short. Joining me today from Gale, a longtime vendor partner of WiLS, and we do tons and tons of work together. Joining me is Courtney from Gale. Courtney, you ready to take over?
Yes, I sure am. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Great. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then the show will be all yours.
Okay, perfect. I will share my screen. Okay, yeah, so we just need to start this, and then I think I need to flip it. Okay, does that look great?
Looks good.
Okay, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you, Jeff, for organizing this and for being such a great partner with us. We love working with WiLS. We're so excited to get the opportunity to share what's new and exciting at Gale. So just wanted to say how much we appreciate it. So thank you for setting this up. This is my second Taco Tuesday, so I'm a pro now. And of course, this is making me want to have tacos for lunch. But other than that, okay, so I thought I would use my session today to talk about what is new and exciting at Gale. And that is absolutely and definitely our latest in context called Gale in Context Literature. So I'll focus our session all about that. And that is fun because let's face it, a lot of us in this space love talking about reading, love talking about books. So it's very exciting. We're getting so much good feedback. So it's been fun to introduce to everyone. So as a quick little introduction or agenda, I should say, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the background as to why we created this platform. Of course, I'll show it to you. We'll dive in. And then at the end, depending on how much time we have, I'll talk a little bit about Gale in Context for educators and how it sort of all ties together. So that's the agenda. Okay, so let's start a little bit of background as to why we created Gale in Context Literature. It has definitely been the most requested. So when you think about our in context resources, you think of really high impact, high engaging materials and helping students connect to their world or to the real world. So it really makes sense to have an in context resource with literature. If you think about teaching the classics and wanting students to connect and get excited about reading, especially in the high school level. So it's been quite a few years in the making, and we have our product team, which is full of a lot of former educators. They went out into the education world to find out how ELA is being taught and what would be helpful as a resource. So you'll notice three main themes throughout the platform. The first one is they found out that ELA a lot of times today is taught with a thematic approach. So we have that incorporated into the platform. And then they also found that the classics are alive and well, definitely being taught in a lot of the schools, which is awesome. But also there are a lot of contemporary and modern titles that are being taught as well. And a big push and ask for more diverse voices. And so we've incorporated all three of those things into this platform: the classics, the contemporary and modern titles, and diverse voices, which is so exciting. And the third theme that you will find, that probably the biggest, is making sure to have a resource for all literature, high school literature students, not just the high performers, but some of the students that maybe don't view reading and literature as their favorite. And to do that, we built in a lot of opportunities for them to make connections, personal connections, and again, connecting to their world today. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive in, as my son says, like, enough talk. Okay, so this is basically, I'm going to stop here for a second to show you all of our in-context resources as what we've referred to them as our in-context family. And as you can see, Gale in Context Literature is part of that. What that means is that if you're using Gale In Context high school or middle school or opposing viewpoints, you will have that same familiar feel because they're all on the same platform. And our platform is known, I'm just going to scroll here, you can kind of see all of them. Our platform is known for being very user-friendly, not the Wikipedia where data is coming at you, but more of an exploratory experience, really meant to like pique your curiosity, all within a safe environment. So Gale In Context literature is no different and is part of that. And here it is. So again, if you're an In Context user, you're going to see all of the familiar tools, embeds into Google Classroom, Canvas, Schoology, all of that. So that's all here. All of the accessibility tools are all here. So let's just see what is kind of new and different and exciting. Okay, so we start out on the platform with some of our spotlight features of works, our topics of interest. This changes as it goes. Right now we're featuring the Odyssey, and then we have a poet or an author that we feature on the spotlight, and then usually a modern title. In this case, crossover is our modern title. So you can see what piques your interest. Again, this changes through time. You can click in and kind of explore that. That's what we open the platform up with. The next section down is something that we're getting really good feedback on. It's our section called Quotes and Questions. So what we've done is we have all of the works within this platform, and we have tied them with essential questions. And so what this does is you'll see these essential questions throughout the platform. And what this section does is it's just pulling some of them onto the front page, just sort of like engage students a little bit. Not wanting them to judge a book by its cover, but maybe by the questions it asks or the ideas to pique their interest. We have also quotes from the different authors as well. So if they see something that they like, that interests them, they can click on it and explore more. We've also heard some really great uses for this, and one is as a journal prompt in ELA classrooms. Also really good classroom discussion questions and small group discussions and everything like that. So I think that's really fun and exciting. And we're getting really good feedback on the essential questions built in. Okay, scroll down a little bit further, and this is where you'll see sort of the bulk of our content and how we've organized it. We are coining this as our visual bookshelf, is what we call it. And we've organized our content into 4 main areas. We have genres. So you can see we have like our dystopian literature here, graphic novels, poetry. If you click into any of these, you can search the different titles or the different books, or you can also search authors that go with this specific genre. The second category is eras. You can see we have all of the eras here. What's nice also is if you click into something like realism, you can not only search the different books here, but you can see a little description of what that actually means. Here are the authors for that. The third section is ELA. That's here too. And then the fourth section, which I talked about as one of the themes, is that we have the themes as one of our main categories. I was talking to a Wisconsin media specialist, and she was sharing that they have a huge unit at their school on Hero's Journey. So I thought that was really exciting. I'm going to click into Hero's Journey and just then give you an idea of how we go from here. So hopefully you'll see a good mix of the contemporary and the classics. I'm going to click into The Hate You Give and show what our topic page looks like for a specific title. We're kind of calling, and this is where it gets fun and exciting. We're kind of calling this like the hub. So we have all of our content that is related to The Hate You Give right here in this hub, and we've built it around all of the different works that teachers are teaching and students want to learn more about. And something new and exciting is every hub or topic page leads with a video. And a lot of times the video is something related to the theme. Our product team has gone out and purchased these videos, so they're embedded into In Context. And like, for example, this one with The Hate You Give is the poem Allowables that is read as a video. And it's really hitting on that activism theme, getting students engaged. And we're really trying to meet that TikTok generation where they are today. So that's kind of fun. We're getting, again, really good and fun feedback on that one. Okay, so as you jump into a title page, you can click in and get a full overview of the book you're going to read, or to see if you want to read it. Essential questions are there as well. If you click down further or scroll down further, you can see our essential questions are right here on the front page. And then we also have a section for the author. So if you click on this, you can find all of the information that goes with Angie Thomas. She has a video that correlates with her and all of the different works and content related to the authors. So that's exciting. Okay, so scroll down even further. We're still on the Hate You Give page, and then you can see some related topics, different books that if you like this one, you might like something else. Then we have our content buckets. This will be familiar to the In Context users. We have everything from our news articles to magazines, videos, biographies, but a few things that are different and new here is we have pulled in our literature criticism pieces that go with these works. So we have that as its own category. We've also added podcasts, which has been a huge hit too. And the other thing I wanted to point out, so then here are all the buckets now. You can search through the content by bucket. We have a lot of infographics built in. So for the Hate You Give, we have a plot diagram. These are engaging or interactive, where you can click on it, and we have either plot diagrams and character maps, things like that. So those are fun. Again, you'll see all of our familiar tools here, from our language translations to display options, dyslexic font, speech or text to speech, and all our sharing tools everywhere throughout the platform, just to show you that it's still there. Okay, so that gives you a good idea of one of our main title page hubs. The other way you can search this resource is by just literally using the good old search bar. And if you see a bold item here, I'm going to search Frankenstein. You can see that it is one of our featured topic pages. This is kind of fun. We have a video that goes with Frankenstein that has to do with AI. So a nice way to sort of connect to the real world today. And then if you see where we have our book cover here, if you see read book underneath it, that means that we have the full text available as well. So we also have full text. Okay, so that is a great introduction on Gale In Context literature. I'm just kind of look at the time. I have a couple minutes. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. Maybe I'll just stay right here so I don't have to look through that. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a visual. I keep talking about our In Context databases and resources. So here they all are. We have a lot of schools that purchase them as subscriptions for maybe, you know, whether it's elementary, middle, high school, or some of the other ones. Maybe they have one, they have 3, 5, they have all of them. These are our In Context family resources. But what we have now done is we have created what's called Gale In Context for Educators. And what that does is it allows like a bundle package, so you get all of the databases, still the same way that students access them today. You get all of them at a bundle price, and you also get access for educators to pull content from the entire suite. So what does that look like? I'm just going to go really quickly into what our Gale In Context for Educators looks like, and a couple examples. If again I'm teaching Frankenstein, I can go in here, I can search Frankenstein, I can pull content from AI and put all of that into a folder. It might pull it from Gale In Context literature, it might pull it from Gale In Context science, whatever content you want, you would put that into a folder and share it with students as assignments, as extra readings, as enhancing your lessons that you're teaching. You can also search content by curriculum standards. We have Wisconsin in here, so all of our resources are aligned with those. And then we have also ways where you can pull by subject area and by lesson plans. Our subject areas shows like if you're an ELA teacher, go in here, and then if I want some digital literacy or DEI content, we have all of that available as well as like over 1,000 lesson plans. So I just wanted to sort of show how it all ties together. Okay, I am like up on time, right? Just a quick thank you again to WiLS for letting us share our excitement. We also have some special pricing that we are able to offer our WiLS partners for WiLS customers. So we'll make sure to get you that information. I'm one of the main Wisconsin reps, and then there's also Stephen Wilson. So between the two of us, we cover the entire state of Wisconsin. So we look forward to connecting with you. If you have any questions, please reach out anytime.
Thank you so much, Courtney. Really great information. I'm really excited about getting that quick overview of the literary resource. That's super cool. Very excited about being able to offer some special a special to the members as well. That'll come along with the follow-up email on this session.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. You too.
All right, so I'm just going to share my screen one more time really quickly to get us set up for our next presenter. Joining us now is Justin, coming to us to talk about Mitinet. Justin, are you ready to take over?
Thank you, Jeff. I am. I appreciate the invitation to participate today on Mitinet's behalf. My name is Justin Holscher. Been with Mitinet for close to 20 years now. Mitinet is a Madison-based company. Been in the Madison area since the 1980s, so coming up on 40 years that we've been in business to help libraries with managing all of the MARC data and data that accumulates over time and maybe in less than pristine shape. We are a Wisconsin-based company that are a niche industry and targeted to help libraries quickly and effectively clean and update large amounts of MARC data. So but over the next 15 minutes, I'm going to share a little bit about a couple of approaches that we have to specialize in some of that cleanup. And I mean, for us, the starting point, really the why, is that a lot of school libraries have accumulated data that's in need of work, that it could be more accurate and up to date, but staff doesn't have the time or resources to attend to that work themselves. So our goal is to make that data more consistent, up to date, and searchable, with the goal of improving students' access to library materials. I will go ahead and pull open a screen here. And thanks for spending the next 14 or so minutes with me. So, minimize this. Okay, we're good. All right. Mitinet is a company. For us, it's really a partnership, because we know that that folks might be aware that in general their catalog it has areas of concern or data that's inconsistent or outdated. As I said, it's a tough thing to know that, but to try to fix things one field at a time probably seems insurmountable to most libraries, or a use of their time that they just don't have that time to spare. And so having a company that focuses on record repair, standardization, content-related updates and enhancements to the MARC data, updating subject headings, filling in brief or incomplete records, dealing with duplicate records that might plague a system depending on how many libraries are part of a district. These are all areas that Mitinet can help with. And we know being able to consolidate all of that work on a library's behalf can be very meaningful as far as increasing searchability in the materials. And so that really informs our mission to try to help libraries. And so for us, we understand, as I said, that a lot of those issues with structural errors, brief and incomplete records, would be too time consuming. And so for us as a company, our approach starts with exploration. being able to not just talk about the importance of clean MARC data, but to have a library or a district be able to upload a copy of their data to us as a starting point, where we can perform what is called Analyze MARC. And this is a service that we offer that's a free analysis of your entire database. And that's whether that's one campus or an entire district. We've worked with some of the biggest districts in the state and a lot of sizable districts around the country. And so we know that, sometimes a single library may have issues. Sometimes if it's a shared union catalog, that the issues can be throughout the system and require more of a top-down approach. But the Analyze MARC report, which I'll show you briefly what that looks like, is a great free way to start to learn about areas of possible concern within your catalog, and then to be able to decide on a path moving forward. We offer a couple of solutions. BestMark is our online cataloging platform. It's been a labor of love to evolve it over the last decade, and it serves as a software as a service approach to be able to fix errors, run enhancements, perform global editing, all sorts of different ways to create workflows to process data more efficiently. And that can be either legacy data within an existing catalog, or it could be a way to screen incoming pre-processing that you receive from vendors or any outside source, and let the technology work to fix errors and make sure the data is consistent and up to date in those MARC records before they get added to your catalog. BestMark is also an unlimited MARC record source for any material type. And I would say that it's very robust as a record source. And also we are incredibly proud of the quality and consistency of the MARC records in our proprietary system, millions of records strong, and a great alternative or supplement, even if a lot of libraries have a record source that may be built in with their automation system. Sometimes those systems have direct book competitors and may not have certain records in their database. We likely have those. So BestMark is a little bit of a how do you want to use it? It's this online cataloging platform that can be a safe space outside of your catalog to work on data. It can also be a way to ensure that incoming materials and those MARC records are going to meet your standards before they go into your system. The other approach that we offer are custom data services. Somebody that says, I just want to outsource my catalog to the experts and tell them what I want done with my database, and then they do all of the work to clean it up. A lot of times we have bundles or a package that's preferable. Pricing is pretty close for somebody to be able to start with a custom cleanup and then have BestMark for a year as more of a maintenance approach, where we say, get it clean, keep it clean. And so for us, that's really important as an approach to be able to help libraries, not just with an initial cleanup surge, but then and a maintenance approach to be able to maintain data integrity. I'm going to jump over to the Analyze MARC report, which I had mentioned is a great way to be able to gather information about your database at no cost. And so we have a demo of BestMark that anybody is welcome to. It's a 30-day trial, lets somebody inspect the program firsthand. And then also it serves as a portal so that somebody can upload a copy of their database to us, and we can run this Analyze MARC report. I realize my time is really limited, and I appreciate the chance to share any of this information. It's a lot. If people have questions and would like to contact me directly, I've got some contact information at the end of this the slide presentation. Otherwise, through WiLS, they'd be happy to put you in touch with me, and we could go into a little more detail about setting up a trial account or the demo, and being able to take a look at the service directly. So this Analyze MARC report really covers multiple areas. It'll show you the total number of records that are analyzed, give you a collection type breakdown that can be accessed as a pie graph, or perhaps more conveniently looked at in more of a list form as far as the number of holdings in each collection and what that represents as a total. It can show you call number prefix consistency, or maybe more to the point, inconsistency. And anything that this report shows you, there are ways that Mitinet can help you to resolve those issues. Cataloging standards, whether you would like your data in AACR2 or RDA format, we can help to convert records to RDA to make everything RDA compliant. We also can help with a lot of structural errors, fixing punctuation and syntax errors, invalid or missing indicators, invalid characters, the a, an, or the non-filing indicator that files incorrectly, extraneous leading blanks, all these minute areas that, again, there's no time to fix. Mitinet can do that in a feld swoop to be able to overhaul a catalog and fix all of these errors for you. There's a lot of information in this report about brief records, records missing summary notes or subject headings. We know that those are some of the best ways that materials are found. And so the report gives you great information about that kind of missing information, and all sorts of missing field status, information in the 900s that might be superfluous that we can clean out, an actual look at brief records and what's brief about them side by side against a suggested match, showing you how Mitinet would improve the record, the original on the left and the updated record on the right. So it shows you what can be added quickly and give you a sense of real world progress in the data, all sorts of information about adding missing award notes, updating subject headings, being able to remove unwanted content potentially like juvenile fiction or literature, adding kid-friendly terms to your catalog, matching for reading programs, merging duplicate records. It's a flyby. I'll pivot over to BestMark and just show you what the homepage of this looks like. And this is our, this is again the online cataloging program. Lots of different functionality in here. On the home page, there's the ability to search for MARC records and then be able to download those records. Most interestingly, I think, and what parallels a lot of what we saw in the report has to do with being able to, let's see here. There we go. Being able to, with the click of a button, these are turnkey enhancements in the program that would enable you to add missing national or state of Wisconsin award notes, to tell us exactly what you would want to keep from an original record to fill in brief records, to be able to match for whatever reading programs you select or deselect, or those could be at the campus level with a location short name. Record repair, all of the things that we saw in the diagnostic report. With the click of a button or the check of a box, we can perform this work for you. Converting records to RDA, updating subject headings, adding kid-friendly, being able to customize headings, and all sorts of ways to enhance discoverability in the records. And so BestMark, we could spend an hour on it, but suffice to say, it's a great way to say, what do you want to do with your data? And likely BestMark can help you to accomplish it. And so I realize that the time is pretty brief here. I have a couple minutes left. I would just jump back over here and say that something that we hang our hat on as a company is really being a small company that packs a big punch and has a great customer service reputation, an approach to web training or helping people to design edits, and having our staff work with you to accomplish exactly what you want in order to clean up the data. Great support staff, and I think we hang our hat on that reputation. This is also a company and a program that's garnered a lot of awards over the last couple of years. BestMark has almost, we had a good run there. If it wasn't for that gold award in 2021, a nice run since the program became full-fledged to consistently win awards as cataloging software. And so for us, there's lots of great references here in the state too. If you wanted to call and reach out from some of the largest districts in the state that we've done cleanups for, or that use BestMark as a cataloging platform to manage cataloging workflows, I'd be happy to share all of that information. We could probably pick a corner of the state and find some great local references for you. So I really do thank you for sitting through a little bit of information about Mitinet. Our targeted focus on helping to improve the quality of MARC data in your automation system, and really thinking about that as real world results. What does that mean as far as helping the records to be more robust and viable, and in turn increasing circulation efficiency? So for us, it's really about connecting kids to materials and having the records contain the information that's going to give materials the best chance to circulate. And so with that, I thank you so much for attending Mitinet's participation here with WiLS Taco Tuesday. And Jeff, I hope that that keeps us about on schedule here. Thanks so much.
Justin, your timing was perfect, excellent. Thank you so much for giving us this kind of overview of the services that you guys offer. It's really fascinating. I think I just want more WiLS members to know about this and reach out and start connecting with you. So hopefully we'll be hearing from more of them soon.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, Jeff. Really appreciate it. Take care.
My pleasure. Thanks for being here.
All right.
I'm going to share my screen one more time and get us ready for our third and final for today presentation. Coming to us today from Newsbank is someone who we've talked to before, and I'm really happy to have back. Ari,
Yep.
Are you ready to take the helm here?
Let's do it. If you can
All
hear
right.
me, okay.
I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and you should be ready to share yours.
All right. Well, yeah, it's still morning on your side. Good morning there. And
Oh, yes.
one of my favorite towns in the world, Madison. I miss the brats and the beer. I will share my screen, but hope everybody's doing well today. Thank you, Jeff and WiLS, and great partnership with WiLS, and only increasing as well. I will share my screen, try to get this in as quickly as possible. Going to cover quite a bit here, so I'm going to go real quickly. We have many districts, privates, publics, and just added a number of clients through WiLS here in September. And everybody is very pleased with Newsbank. Over 50 years in business with this company, family-owned company, 14,000 global primary sources, all primary sources in our resources. It is worldwide coverage with a whole heavy local content designed to really get into your community, including college and university press. Here is our main platform. This will be the current side, so you can do a search here on any topic you want, but we have the suggested topics built, which our clients really enjoy, covering pretty much any curriculum area. We have just added this research trending. Okay, so what is trending for schools nationwide, worldwide? Well, here it is, and this will be updated monthly. This month, 9/11 anniversary, National Hispanic Heritage Month. Each month we will focus in on what is special about that month. We had the Autism Month the other month, which was highly utilized. But here, if you're looking for something like ChatGPT, for example, this will take you out to that search of our 14,000 global primary sources. The search already created for you, you can adjust it. The first result is from today. Looks like it is from Argentina. Here is a good look at a full text article at Newsbank or document. We do have a read aloud with all our full text. Highlight term is, or your search term is highlighted. Here's your full text article. Icons up top to be helpful. Increase the text size. We work with all of these citation tools. You can email a document to whoever you like, print, download, save to an internal folder, create a Dura link. For you Google schools, you can download right to Google Drive. You can share to Google Classroom. Okay, that's a look at a full text article. Now, if you don't want to go into that article and you want to search and edit, this toolbar will help immensely. You can go to oldest results first. You can use this decade selector, especially when you get into a larger range, and then hit apply, or simply put in a date or a year and hit apply. Source types is a wide range of not just newspapers, which Newsbank is the largest collection in the world, but audio blogs. Again, we get very local, college, university press, journals, magazines, web-only content. Over 40% doesn't even go to print, goes to web. We carry that for you. Other ways that this toolbar can be helpful: source name, source location is interesting. Maybe you want to do a search and get a European perspective. Well, if you hit Europe, your sources are from Europe only, and then you can dive into each individual country. If you want to get local, okay, we go into state. How about Wisconsin? You simply hit Wisconsin, and your sources are only from the state of Wisconsin on whatever topic you want to search. We're still in Chat GPT. Now you're getting just Wisconsin sources, beginning with Wisconsin State Journal, the Badger Herald, and so on. And now your left column will reduce it to cities. Okay, so find your city and the sources within your city. You can simply clear your filters very easily. Clear filters. We're going to leave just Wisconsin. A couple of things on the toolbar, which are very helpful. Lexile readability level. Maybe you want to work with 9th grade reading level only. Simply hit that and your results are at that Lexile level. Language. We have over 20 different languages in here. So if you're working with Spanish speaking students or Spanish learning students, or in Wisconsin, maybe you're working with German, it's available. It will be printed in the native language. We do have a read aloud, which will read in that native language. You can use Google Translate. Okay. I'm going to go through this quickly. We do have image editions. Image editions will be searched on anything that you research, but if you want to go directly to an image edition, or we could build a separate tab to something like this. Maybe that did not load. There we go. Milwaukee. Okay, maybe put Milwaukee in. Here's all our sources from Milwaukee. Well, if it says image, and here, for example, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. We go to today's edition. Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. And there it is. Today's edition, just the way it's delivered to your door. You can make that a little larger. Simply scroll down. And there you have it. Just not soggy. Okay. And now you can go page by page here. You have the entire newspaper. Page here. Multiple options. Icons are similar to what I showed you in full text with the addition of this clip function. Okay, so if you wanted to add an image, a map, an article, a headline to your research project, simply design it. I'm not very good at this. I think I failed our class, but all right. You can print it, save to Google Drive, create a PDF, include your citation, MLA, for example, download, and this happens quickly. So you're going to create a PDF, add this to your research project, taking whatever it is of interest. That's what it looks like. Okay, you get the idea. Make that larger. And there is your citation. Okay. Get back here. So image editions, we have over 200 of them worldwide, including the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Other ways you can search by maps and so on. One other thing I want to show you in here, daily headlines and lesson plans. It is utilized so often by our customers. Top 10 headlines are distributed to you every day. And that are the most researched headlines throughout all our resources, covering every subject matter from around the world. One of those lesson plans is turned into, one of those headlines is turned into a lesson plan. And today here is the article associated with it. It's on product recalls and consumer protection. Maybe not the most fascinating topic, but we have a lesson plan today on that with your educational standards, lesson plans, 4 different options, related material for your research, and then your assessment options. And the nice thing is about this, if you don't like today's, you can simply go to view all lesson plan. They are archived. So we have lesson plans available. Again, you'll get a new one every day. All of these curricular areas on the left are covered. Or you can simply search. Maybe you want something on COVID. 28 plans already built on COVID, with the last one being the effect on college enrollment. Okay, that quickly is our Access World News. 1980 to today, 14,000 global primary sources. We have a historical timeline. 448 fully digitized U.S. newspapers, keyword search, but importantly, timeline search. Okay, starting at 1690 with the first newspaper ever published in the U.S. British didn't like it, they burned down the presses the next day. Coverage all the way through 2000, World War II, for example, 3 columns, supporting not just history, but literature, inventions, arts. Maybe you want to look at D-Day. If there's something that you're working on you don't find on the timeline, we'll build it for you. D-Day Normandy Invasion. This is summarized. Underneath each summary, you've got reading comprehension questions. Below the questions, primary material. Maybe we want to see this picture of a Nazi fortress around Europe. There it is. You can clip that, make that part of your project. You have the entire newspaper available, fully digitized front to back. Let's look at the front page back in 1944 from the Dallas Morning News. How about that for a headline? Again, you can take that and make that part of your project. Okay, and there's another map. That'll give you a good idea of the historical newspapers and timeline. And again, I'm moving fast, I know. That's historical, that's current. A couple other things if I have time, I think I have a couple minutes left. Black Life in America, very popular. 1704 through today. 1704 is about the time that the media started covering Black Life in America. We've got all that material. We have designed this one a little different with the era on the front page by timeline. Our clients really enjoyed this structure. Everything from arrival to Jim Crow to civil rights to today. So arrival, maybe you want something on human cargo. Men for sale. All primary, very unique to the market. It's about 20, there's about 90 million documents in here, 20,000 primary sources. There's your search term already created. First result, it's an advertisement. Again, this is designed really the same way as our main platform, what I showed you. These are classifieds where you get in here, they're selling different things, including people. Okay. This is great primary source material. Again, with all the options here, all your tools up top. Black Life in America, Civil Rights Movement, notable people. We tell you who they are. We point out maybe a feature. Here's today. You know, if you want something more current, maybe something on activist groups and protest movements, it is all there for you. This was so popular, we built Hispanic Life in America. I'm not going to get into it, but I'll show you the surface. Here it is, same layout with the suggested searches by timeline. Okay, same dates on this one, really. For you early learners, maybe you, this has really picked up interest, particularly throughout Wisconsin. Jeff, I know you and I have had a number of middle schools, elementary schools, inquiring about this, and I think really enjoying the content. Early learners, Research Rocket, you can Lexile level right up front for these early learners online, learning how to do research. This one's much more colorful. All primary, we've got like Time for Kids Spanish, and other options in here. Okay, so this is all available. Best thing to do would be to go through, I would say, you know, go through WiLS, talk to Jeff. You can contact me directly, ashannock@newsbank.com. Demos, trials, you know, are available anytime. And thank you for having me.
Ari, thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure. I'm always excited to see the resources in action, you know, on my side of the house. I'm obviously responsible for transactions and invoices and stuff, but actually getting to see the resources that I see on lists and spreadsheets so often is really cool. Research Rocket, like you said, feels like, well, it's a pun. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it feels like it's really taking off.
I like that. I'm going to use that, Jeff.
All right, good. That one's free. You can use that one.
Anyway. One more point, guys. Everybody, part of Newsbank subscriptions is free training and PD days. It comes with the subscription. There's no extra charge at any time. So
fantastic. That's a great thing to add. Thank you so much, Ari. So with that, actually, we have come to the end of another Taco Tuesday session. I can't believe it. They go so quickly. I'm just going to thank everyone who is attending live, who's watching the recording. Especially thank you to our presenters today, our vendor partners. We couldn't put these sessions on without you. I feel like it's a great opportunity to help our members get a sense of what is on offer from our vendors. And I will remind everyone watching that we have another Taco Tuesday coming up 2 weeks from now. We'll have another slate of bite-sized, another pun, presentations for you here at WiLS Taco Tuesday. Thanks again to everyone and have a great afternoon.